Okay, it's recording. Okay, so basically I'll split this video into two parts. One for like, the first one will be like actual gameplay and strats and stuff for all the people who just want to do this for my advice and BS on the thing. It's on this save file, right? Yeah, and then the other part will be everything else, like how I think the map looks, my experience with it and stuff. So let's see, so yeah, even the tutorial's kind of hard. Like, why is this input so precise? Like, why this is a really, probably the most difficult freaking one of these, because you have to climb up on the dream block a bit, but not too high, otherwise you'll take too long. Then you have to do the freaking input. It's like kind of precise. It's a tutorial. You'll be fine. Anyway, reckoning squared. I mean, this room is like GM plus, it's like probably mid GM plus 2. It's weird. Everyone's had different experiences with it. I'm not here to talk about the difficulty though. The start of it is like pretty simple. It's like this. Like the start of it is just stupidly consistent. And then you get to this freaking frick, and nice, I forgot. I just forgot how to play the freaking room. I was just about to say, it's been a while since I played this room, so like it'll probably take me forever to get past like a polygon. But like the start is really consistent, and then this freaking... Wait, no, right, I was gonna go through my clear video and like use that as a reference. I'm dumb, okay. Going to my display, I guess. I still have the exported video, right? Yeah. I should mute it. It's like, yeah, this one is like way harder than the one in Hyperion. Like, I know it says that supers are way more lenient and this is a hyper. I don't get why that happens, but still, go. This throw can be a dingus sometimes. You just get used to it. Same with this bit. It's like kind of jank. You'll be fine. Like here, this is probably the hardest. No, this is the hardest input in this first section in Avarice. Why is there a spring over there? I never noticed that. Powerful. Like you just kind of. I think you can also like throw him instead of neutral dropping him to get him. Whatever works best. It's another finger one. Maybe it's probably easier if you're in like QWER or something. You could probably maybe do what I did for Brilliance final input and just move your index finger down. Maybe not. I don't know. I am recording, right? I have desktop audio off. I should probably turn that on. Do I have like anything else I need here? Nah, I'll be fine. It's like this. I think if you're like really far to the right, sometimes you straight up won't grab onto it, and that can be annoying. But like, that might have even been patched. I don't know. I feel like sometimes you're too low and the block is too low to climb up. I think that's like almost never happens. Doing this bit is it's mind blockable, but generally pretty consistent. This is a button jump. This button jump can suck. I think it's just a me problem since button jumps are like the thing I'm worst at in the game. It's like, yeah, you kind of do it. I think from what I remember, again, I haven't played Reckoning Squad in a while, you want to do this earlier than you think, because otherwise you'll grab Theo before you hit the ground, and then you can't jump. This ending can be wacky. I think can be good to practice, like the throw. I don't count entries that don't get the this, and then we've got this freaking entire bit, which like is probably over half my deaths, like 100 deaths, which is this freaking thing. You neutral drop them, pick them up, and then you gotta still make sure you're high enough, and you gotta make sure you like jump off the core block at the right time, so you get the right lift boost from it. It's fricked up, and then you gotta hit left, but not too left, because then you might frick up the bumper boost input for here, and then also hit the ungrab. It sucks. And then dash down. I'm pretty sure this is buffered, but like I think sometimes not buffering it seems to help. Then I did it, and then like, it sucked. I don't know. And then this back boost, you just have to practice it for like ever. It sucks. And then like I think you might want to like delay your dash a bit here, because this door is just going back to it. I don't know how to do it, because you can go too fast and the door doesn't go up in time for you to not do on a boost, and it sucks. So like play around with like your dash timings and maybe it'll get better. I don't know. Because constantly you just freaking hell, it'll probably happen if I like try do it now. Okay, it actually worked there, but like there's just so much that can go wrong here. Like it takes forever to learn how to actually get the back boost. Okay, now it's working when I don't want it to. Like, see there, I didn't get the bumper boost because it's way harder to get the bumper boost than you think, and even though I back boosted... Okay, why is it working now? Huh? Okay, so sometimes it just feels like... Again, I think some gal was actually saying whenever it starts to be weird, they just restart chapter just because... Like, I don't know if it's something to do with, like, a trigger being broken, but sometimes the door just does not come up in time. And you just can't dawn it. Yeah, that happens. That just constantly happens. And it's, like, annoying as hell. This bit is pretty simple. Like, they've made it so the Theo generally times itself correctly. Then there's this bit. This is, like, oh boy, like, the first strat. I, like, did not use many strats for Reckoning Squared. And, like, that's probably why it took me so freaking long. I'm like, can I please get the... Can I... If I could... Okay, now I actually need to do it, so watch me die to the door being... Okay. It's like, first strat, normally you grab onto that, then you do whatever the frick this is. Here you can... just grab onto the dream block, these spikes that don't come up, and then get onto a pixel. I think this was the pixel I'd like to go on. Like, with the hair having, like, one light thing with the little backwards L shape. I don't know, just learn whatever. I think it really doesn't matter, just use whatever pixel you want. Then there's this freaking part, which is hell, because you gotta grab onto it, but also dash to the right, like, practically instantly, so you can't buff your dash. I know, and yes, I did not use strats for this part, and that was probably a massive mistake, because what does Zeo do? I know it's something like, you like instantly dash to the right, grab, it's like, and then if you do it quick enough, the spikes won't come up in time. I think it's that. Yeah, and then it was like, but you still have to grab onto that one. Yeah, it was like that, and then you had to, like, climb to the top of it, or, like, climb somewhere on it. I don't know exactly where to, like, do this fricked up hyper. Like, this is just illegal. When I was actually routing the room myself, I thought this was intended, but, like, it's, like, fricked up. I personally don't find it easier, but, like, if I practiced enough, it probably would have been. It's, like, and then... Normally you've got the fricked up super wave, which like it's a super wave, and I don't think I need to explain why that's messed up. If like, okay, like, I don't know where you're supposed to be, you know, I guess down? And watch Zero's clear, he probably does it 10,000 times better than me, because that's probably going to be out soon. Can I... Okay. And then I think he did, like, this or something? Like, he did a thing instead of a super wave. I don't remember exactly what he did. But it was probably better than the actual super wave. No. Oh, wait, no, I think he did, like, a super here, the corner correct, which is one of... I'm gonna stop pretending I know what I'm doing here. Because yeah, just get someone else who like actually knows the strats. Don't underestimate this freaking Grabless Theodream Hyper, and this, I don't know why this freaking smuggle is so difficult, it just was. I died there like a decent amount. Then it's pretty chill. This can be kind of scary. I think I died to it like twice, I don't know. I think I actually died to freaking not smuggling here and just hitting the spikes once, I don't remember. I did it in practice a lot, I'm pretty sure. And there's Ad Astra, which is like, I know there's a strat where you can, it's like, there's like a bunch of things you can do here, because like for one, you can not hold jump, and like, you can of course hold jump like intended, or you can actually drop Theo, which gives you more movement or less friction, so whatever feels better for you, I guess. And then when you get to the top, I'm gonna have to actually get there. Thankfully I fluked this. Dang it. And I'm not used to playing it like this, because like it sort of just lines up. If you like press right immediately after then go left, I don't know. Dude, can I... Yeah, it's like... Okay, and then I think you just pick them up again, yeah. And then here, this input is not hard. And you throw the thing in the thing. I almost didn't hit it. That would have definitely been a way to die. This changes from GG to good luck, and you've got the cool ass cutscene. Anyway, if you've restarted chapter and don't want to have to invincibility and stuff to get back there, you can either type in flag NCG sneaky 0, and it'll reveal multi-ball. Or what you can do is, if I restart chapter, you can debug into the bottom right of the tutorial room, and it has a trigger that reveals multi-ball and teleports you there. Anyway, now for the actual main event. I actually use strats for this. Okay, so already we've got a strat, because normally I still have a freaking save state there. Normally what you do is you throw Theo left and instantly down left again. You can actually wait a bit and then throw Theo and then down right. This means he's like higher up, but like that doesn't really matter. I don't know. Zio did it. I never really did it. And then here, where normally I do intended, where you throw Theo to left and instantly down left, which is a fricked up set of inputs, but I'm just really consistent at it for some reason, because you have like no frames out of that dream block, but I do know Zio, and some others just throw them to the right like that. Apparently that can make it kind of lower. Here, to hit this coin. And like sometimes rarely you'll be too low to hit the coin. Also, I forgot to mention at the start, I actually have no idea if this makes a difference, but after this, I hold down so I can get like closer to that Theo. I have no idea if it actually makes a difference, but I just do it now for mental reasons. It might be bad because you can accidentally neutral drop them, which I used to do a lot. Now I don't really do it, but like, yeah. Where these button jumps are something. They were like one of the worst parts of the screen for me, but again, that's probably just because I suck at button jumps. Other people probably don't find them as difficult. Like, there was a point I was saying like 50% of my runs there or something, I don't know. Anyway, then there's these freaking Theo climbs, which were like, when I first started, were like the hardest part of this segment easily. No, so at the start here, instead of neutral dropping them, I just throw them against the wall, then climb. It helps a ton. Then here, instead of going over the right and doing another climb, I just jump up and then do a not neutral or whatever here and throw them. This does kind of mess with your timing for re-grabbing them down below, re-grabbing them here. So you do have to get used. You can't jump too early, otherwise you'll just miss them. Like, you have to wait a bit after the second climb and then do the not neutral. And then also, if you also might want to, I started this doing later on, just control when you fast fall. Like here, I wait a bit before starting to fast fall. You'll generally learn to do it. Like, if you threw them like really early, you want to barely even fast fall. If you threw them really late, you want to instantly fast fall and stuff. I think that's like pretty much. You want to be slow falling here. Make sure to do that. I know there's a strat where like I actually don't know how to do it. If I could like get there, like I'm gonna have to save state like 20 billion times. My game is gonna be so laggy, but I'll be fine. There's like a strat where you like just don't dash down. I can't remember exactly how, but you don't need to be. Yeah, it's like that, and it works because you momentum set there. Okay, then we have wow, my game's already lagging. Radiance. This first part is like the freest part. This down dash can be scary. You can mind block on it. This. When I was first learning, this entire bit felt like so inconsistent, but it got working. Then there's like probably the most RNG input, like the closest you'll get. I still don't exactly understand how to like do it consistently. I've gone into Physics Inspector where I've done like the exact same inputs, and like it hasn't worked because you just don't get as much momentum from this spring, and like, and like I was closer to the spring on the time. Like from what I can see, it's not really to do with like how close you are. So I think it's like this thing. Oh, if you're further, you'll get a thing. But I think the time it failed, the success one was like further. I don't know. It's weird. This input's fricked up. Either way, yeah. By the way, you can teleport here and it'll give you the momentum. Make sure you're holding jump though, because it doesn't work without slow fall. And okay, it's like, and I do want to show off a strat that's somewhat consistent, but saving it every time I want to say, hey, I actually got this strat consistent, I then die to it because of like inconsistent. But like if I can fail it, yeah, like this, Zero has like a really weird strat. He does like a 10, like he does like a Theo stall. No, what does he do? He does like a Theo stall or like this, and then like I don't know how the frick he does it. I just throw it to the right, bounce off that spring 4 times. No, like 1, 2, 3, 4. One frick. Yeah. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I land here. And then you just wait here for a bit. Then you wait either. You can see just a bit of the bumper at the bottom. You want to wait a bit after that. Then you want to do just this, re-grab it. You wait a bit for the bumper, do that, re-grab him, and then just do that, and it gets like semi-consistent. So you do have to wait a bit after the bumper, because otherwise it'll be too early. And then if it's too early, like it like gets weird because like it isn't that high and like this happens. Or the other way you can do it is you can look for like this frame where like the black of the spring completely overrides all of the white pixels of the line, it can. And that's when you want to go. My game is tanking. And then, hold on, what is lagging? My games, but whatever. Anyway, it doesn't matter that much. So yeah, that's a save. That's like kind of gets consistent. Here, I actually do unintended. You're supposed to do like a freaking Theovator up, and then bounce off of it like that. Throw Theo over there. Dash down. No, you throw him, dash down, and then like do an instant regrab like that. I do one into where you throw him and then you regrab him, then you position yourself from here to bounce off of this bumper, which isn't an ungrab. And then here you like, you can't see my keyboard overlay, but like I like hold right to get the bumper boost, let go of it for a bit, and then like hold right again just so you don't, because you can, it's really easy to overshoot it. So only like there I was really low, so I just held right, but no, there I was also really low. Like, okay, wait, no, I accidentally did it. You want to like, if you, there I was also really low, but like because if you're too high, generally you can, okay, maybe it isn't worth it to do, but I swear you can be too high. I swear I get too high. Yeah, like that happens. What's good about this is that so you can use the dash to like save yourself later on. Like if I hold on, I remember like a thing I frick up, like if I can go back and do the regular one. Yeah, this was mainly done back to when this wall didn't exist and this input sucked, because you just straight up didn't have to hit this bumper on the right. You can just do that. Well, I failed the dash. Okay, you just do that. Now, I don't know if the strat's is worth it as much, since I don't know if the freaking thing is any more jank than the down dash into the bumper. I just do it because I'm used to it. What is nice is that sometimes you can actually, as you saw there, just do the exact same inputs as you would with a dash, even without a dash, and it's still pretty much what you have to do for the regular strat, so like it works anyway. Yeah, this part's generally free now. Then this part, which is like easily the hardest part of Radiant, instead of practicing Vibrance from, well, quote-unquote, the start of Vibrance, because you have to set a save state, I just practice it from here, and do this, and these climbs are really, please practice them, you need to practice them, please. They're like, stupid, they're like really hard. There is like a fricked up save that's like, it's really difficult if you like frick it up somehow. I've never hit it in a run. I don't think Zio has either. He's the one who showed me, where you have to like do this, because you used to be able to do like this, and then like, I don't remember, like, no, you used to be able to get Theo on the other side, and then like, I don't remember exactly what you did, but you could like Theovator up, but then this coin was moved, so you can't do it anymore. So now you have to do that, except here you want to throw them there and then do that. It's stupidly difficult, but I may as well put it here, because you have like no time before the door kills you, because that just happens. Fun fact, this door used to be even faster, then NCG made it like 0.1 second slower, and now it's like actually not pain. Then we have this, we have the start of Vibrance, which in Zio's opinion is the hardest input section thing in the map, or in the room, which like, yeah, I can definitely see that. First of all, I'd highly recommend when you're in this room transition to let go of jump. I didn't do it here. I must have felt like I was high enough. I mean, I was low enough that I didn't have to, which, considering, looking at how close I was to hitting the spinner, yeah, I was probably right there. You do get a feel for it, but, because you do not want to be any higher than you need to be on this section, because the higher you are, basically, the less frames you have to do for this right dash. Because it's like, because these spinners used to actually be lower, and that made it impossible. Thanks, NCG, for moving them up just a bit. It made it so you had to be stupidly low. Because when you dash to the right, you can't, no, because it's like, if you, the earlier you dash to the right here, the more frames it'll take for you to for your dash to be off cooldown to dash down right here. So you generally have like 1, 2, or maybe even 3 frames on this, where you bounce off this spring. I was like, spinner, spike, no, spring. Why does everything start with SP anyway? And that can generally be enough to put you into these spinners, so you have to dash really far late if you're, because the higher you are, the later you have to dash right, because otherwise you'll just bonk into these spinners. So you just want to be as low as possible on this spring. I also generally, I think, like, mentally, I aim to throw Theo, like, the frame before I hit the spring, but find what works for you. Yeah, sometimes not holding jump, especially, like, when you're not paying attention, you stop holding it before the room transition, you can be too low. Sometimes it feels like you hit an invisible wall right here and just die to this spinner, but it's worth it. This section, there's that left dash, I cannot do, I've like never done these intended. I did it like while safe-saying through the room and like never again. Sometimes, very rarely, you'll be so high that you'll grab, Theo will actually, like, what's the word, like barely, just whatever, barely hit this coin as well, and you can get both of them, so you don't have to bounce up here to get them. Don't go for it, it's stupidly hard to get, but very rarely that happens, which is kind of cool, but also sometimes you just hit this spinner and die. There's also, because of how open this is, there's an infinite amount of saves and stuff. Mainly the thing I want to look for is that if I feel I'm too high on one of the bumpers, I will not ungrab, which gives you a different trajectory. I did it here in the clear. Here, I don't ungrab. Don't overdo this. That was one of my big mistakes. That caused me to have a lot of dumb deaths where I hit the bottom of this and just got doinked into the spinners. Generally, even you have plenty of room. Like here, you have plenty of room to not hit these spinners, but it is good because sometimes you are way too high and you will die. I'm going crazy. I thought I heard ping sounds, even though I have Discord literally off. Then there's this, which is technically a 1 frame, but you like never hit it, and you just want to save yourself. You want to save. I think Zero. I noticed a strat where like you hit this bumper, and then like re-grab right here. So like there's like a billion ways to get here. I tried to, but yeah. You're gonna have to get very good at centering yourself between these two. And then there's this, which I'm not even gonna question how it works. Then there is the core hyper. Then there's this freaking thing. I spent like 30 minutes in Physics Inspector one time just to like learn what the frick to do for this core culture. It is an input, to say the least. There's like, buckle yourselves in, because this is, I know way too much about this. I used to be like stupidly consistent. I had like 70%, then it dropped to like 20 or something, then it's like 50 maybe. Or maybe a bit higher when I clear, but then again, I had just taken a break before clearing, so I don't really know, but this is, oh my goodness. Okay, so, where do we even start? first of all, I think Zeus throws the crystal like in the freeze frames upon grabbing this. I just make sure to throw it late and basically at the same time as I do this demo right. I do this demo late as possible. And then you want to wait like a few frames after. It's the way I do it, at least. You wait a few frames after the first demo to do the like a few frames extra before you do the left demo. Then you want to do this jump for the hyper as soon as possible, and then wait like 1 frame, maybe 2, but going for 2 will just probably end up with you dying to the spinners up here before doing the other down right. Then regrab Theo you can't see because VLC is crapping itself, but and then wait however long you feel it's for you to get the right angle off of this core block. This core block is it's something. You basically have to like drive it by like making sure you stay on the right side long enough to where it launches you at this angle. So like to recap, you wait as late as possible to dash and throw Theo. Wait like a few frames before dashing to the left. Dash to the left, instantly jump for the hyper, and then wait like a frame, then do the down right. That is what I did. And then here, I just do intended 0. Nice. By the way, you can actually practice, if you go into here, you can practice from here, which is nice. If I could get... No. If Theo like bounces twice before you got there, it means you dropped him because he just gets teleported down here. Like it's not like a bug or anything. I think at least. Yeah, I do intended there. I know there's a strat where it might take me a bit to do it since I don't do it and I'm not used to it. But if I could do the thing, nice save state. Are you kidding? Is this seriously a... Oh my goodness, Okay, ignoring that, you go like this, and then use it to get like a good position here. You do want to be careful because I'm pretty sure I saw like someone talking about if I could. It's like if you wait too long, apparently there's like a thing that kills you. It takes like forever to appear though. Maybe I had to pick up an earlier coin. I don't know, apparently there's like a wall that like takes forever to come, it'll kill you if you like spend 10 years here. And then here, this is a set of inputs. You want to do this, you want to wait a bit. Otherwise you'll make the like a regrab timing really tight for reasons that my brain's too small to explain in words, but... Wait a bit, dash to the right, do double dream jump, fail it because doing this from a safe state is not intuitive. And then here, intended is to back boost, and then I'm pretty sure here. I just neutral drop. Make sure to not demo here because I can't show it because I don't have Theo frozen, but since you'll be crouching, it'll be like impossible to pick up Theo. I don't know why my game is tanking. Yeah, if I die like that while practicing, I just count it as getting to quarter to brilliance because like it's basically nothing. Sometimes you'll be too high and you want to let go of jump in the transition as well. Because this coin, please like move this coin up. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal, because sometimes you'll go over the coin. And rarely, if you do that, you'll be too low. It's like a small thing. Like, you rarely die to it either way. And just don't... I guess it's like, if you feel you're too high, let go of jump, but don't overdo it, because otherwise you'll be too low and you won't be able to do the staircase. Again, how to do the staircase, that just depends. That's just the staircase. Personally, for this one, I held down my second jump key and then spammed my first and third, so I held down space and then spammed E and R, but that fully depends. And then here, don't worry about throwing Theo too far here. There's an invisible wall that'll bounce him back. If you accidentally hit, the wall here with Theo, you can just go back down, throw him again. You have plenty of slow-mo time, and going through a transition gives you your dash back. So, yeah, it's not actually necessary for the double dash crystal a bit earlier, but yeah, it's fine. Then Brilliance. I think that was everything in Vibrance I need to go over. Vibrance is a fricked up checkpoint. Again, it's because it's the one with only one Theo, I swear. Anyway, here, you don't actually have to re-grab Theo, you can just dash through with him. I don't like it because, I feel like it puts him in a weirder position here for the wall bounce. That's probably just me coping, though. Because I really like it and think it's cool and think there should be a coin ad there, but NCG said it's cool that there are multiple strats, so yeah. Here, don't underestimate the smuggle. You do have to be high, and like you gotta do this instant. It's not even like optimized instant pretty well. Here, of course, you have to demo here. You do want to wait like a tiny bit before wall bouncing, so you're high enough. Because I have died a decent amount of times to not being high enough and just jumping off the side of the button instead of on it. Here, there's a strat where you just don't pick up the golden Theo here. Go through this. I know Zio did something weird for here. I'm just gonna actually just play the video because I don't know I don't know how it works. He showed me the strat where you can like skip some of these. It was so far in for me. It was like less than an hour before I beat it. Actually, he showed me the strat. I'm just like, yeah, it looks cool, but it's too late in for me to learn it. I reckon it's just not worth it. Hold on. But yeah, I should probably get to the main thing. These core blocks are like probably the worst. I found them the worst part of the room when I was first learning. Now they're pretty consistent. I've done so many micro adjustments, like subconscious, like. This isn't even it, but for here, instead of neutral dropping him, I just throw him and then do the dash. Yeah, takes a bit of getting used to, but yeah. The first one of which is making sure to dash much higher here than possible, so you get higher on this bumper and you're higher here, so you're not too low on the core block, and then even if you survive, the platform will kill you. Anyway, and that includes doing a demo dash here. I'm pretty sure that helps, I don't know. Then re-grabbing this crystal later helps a lot as well. Like, you'll be in a much better position on these. And then these just take a ton of practice to get used to. I guess my biggest piece of advice would be don't go too late. Like, I feel like you can jump off of them a lot earlier than you think. Here, yeah. I think Zero does like a Theosoul there or something. That's something you can do. Then we have 2F Gauntlet. This is surprisingly intuitive, but it's still the hardest part of Brilliance. At least it was at the end for me, because like, what the frick is this? This one is evil. It's probably like the same frame windows as the other ones, but I think just like less visual cue for it. Then there's this. Okay, first of all, I want to say, if you're too low and you miss battle in here, that means you fricked up this one right here. And then here, this freaking thing took me there was a point I like died here twice in a single day one time. Like it sucked. Just because of how fricked up it is. Eventually, I got it really consistent by moving my index finger after that previous one from left to down, and that just made it 10,000 times easier. It did make me the main problem is that sometimes I'd go too late, so I wouldn't have the boost from the spring, and it would just go like boing, and then it'd fall down. I wouldn't have it. Yeah, that happens sometimes, but it's way better than just dealing with the 10,000 things that go wrong. Because if you do one thing right, something else goes wrong here, and then you grab battle, and if you ever die to the lava here, that only happens in debugging. I think it's something to do with where the camera starts if you debug into the room. Like, for example, whenever I want to practice the room so I don't have to stay, I just go here and hold shift and teleport there. Yes, but sometimes this will cause the lava to kill you when you're in the battle and all cutscene, which is funny. In which case, it's debug to Hyperion. Yeah, this is the hardest segment in my opinion, but it's also the most consistent, which is funny because the easiest segment, Radiance, is probably the least consistent, except, actually, no, that's a lie. Vibrance is way less consistent. While we're here as well, I do want to mention this transition at the end of Brilliance. Something about it is fricks up here in this, the screen transition here. Okay, I think we still have no idea what causes it, but from the way to recreate it is, at least for me, is to beat Brilliance, then die to Hyperion, then go from start. I don't know if it works from here. Then first try Radiance, and the screen transition here just straight up won't happen, and you'll instantly get flung into Vibrance with no time to react, which just happened. Which I think I died to that either 15 or 16 times, and like, yeah. Hold on, how many times did I die to it? But yeah, so I'll get that up. But yeah, whenever you do this cutscene, make sure to debug to here. The best way I find to fix it, debug to here, and just the switch is gone. Debug to here, and just go through it again, just to like make sure. That's from what I know. I'm pretty sure that's safe if you do that. Problem is generally if you just had a Hyperion entry, and theirs will be too. To remember that, but still, in practice, if you're ever practicing this, just go here and do the transition just to be safe. Either way, I think this is the strat. Yeah, Zero sent me this strat. You can see of the thing over there, they do whatever this is. I don't know how to do this, just figure it out from the video. I'll play it again. Yeah, they do with Theos, all that. They'll probably know how to use Zeo's videos reference in the future. Then we have Hyperion, okay, where do I even start? This first section is, like, stupidly difficult under nerves. Like, it's insane. Also, to practice it, just go here. Like that. You can, what I used to do is just get the exact thing and hold shift so it wouldn't teleport you to start again, but like eventually I'm just like, yeah, screw it. And apparently it doesn't work sometimes anymore. Anyway, first of all, if you're doing intended, make sure this thing, I mean, you can easily figure this out yourself, make sure that's on the right, and you can do jank. And, however, I normally do it like this, so make sure it's on the left, and then you don't have to do jank, which sucks, but like, I don't want to do jank. Even as a huge Nalumbo fan, I know Zier, I think he does like, I don't remember exactly what Zier does. He does like, I think it's like this. He does something like that. Get my spreadsheet finally loaded. I died to the transition bug 17 times. Yikes. Yeah, if you are doing this, you will have to make sure you do this regrab pretty well. You have to optimize it like because if you do it instantly like this, I didn't back boost that for some freaking reason, but you'll just do that. So you do have to make sure you get, if you are doing this strat, or even it's good to do just in general though, since you can still die to being too low. You want to make sure you do this grab really well. Then there's this. Sometimes you can be too low, and you might say, "Oh my goodness, it's because this bouncy thing is missing a hitbox. How could you?" Turns out that's actually a camera trigger. This does actually have its hitbox. It does, though. It does seem sometimes you can go through them, as it's one of my deaths was too, seemingly going through it, but like, no. They actually all have their hitbox, but yeah, that confused me. It's a camera hitbox, which is dumb, but yeah. Then okay. Where'd I close VLC? Nice. Yeah, here, if the bumper ever like puts you too low or too high, it's not bugged. That's not the bumper's fault. You just failed the freaking the ungrab. I had a period where like every time I died to that, I checked it in physics inspector. It was always me doing the ungrab one frame too late. Then there's this wall bounce, which is stupidly difficult. I don't know how I hit this. In the winning run, this should not have made it. I didn't even practice it, but somehow my brain was like, hey, you should hold left here, and I got the most delayed wall bounce ever. But yeah, that's something. And there's the things here. You can set, if you accidentally crumble one of the core blocks, it's still savable. I don't know how easy it is to show this in practice, but like if I'm gonna have to like frick it up on purpose. If you fail the one over here, this one is like really hard to save, but it's like because I didn't pay attention to how I messed it up. Yeah, if you do that, I'm trying to... it's like, okay, hopefully this will work. It's not always savable, I think, but like, oh my goodness, this save state sucks! Oh my goodness, this save state is awful for showing it off. It's like you have to, hopefully this is far, you have to like wait just a second. Here you have to go a bit late to wait for it to reform. I don't think it's possible to save here. Hold on, I'm gonna have to get a better state. It's like it's an inconsistent save, but it's better than not having a chance at all. Just give me a bit to get this. Cause I have to screw it up on purpose. I think this one, okay, so you wait a bit. I think this one, you have to wait a bit. Okay. What if I just... I'm just gonna, okay, let's just pretend I'm higher than I am right now. No, I think I crumbled it too late. You have to like wait, you have to just jump, wait a bit, then hold right and throw it, and if you're lucky, you'll be higher than the spikes and you'll be able to save it. Saving the left one crumbling is way easier. Oh. Hold on, give me a second. Alright, I need a save state there. I forgot to save state again. I'm dumb. Okay, save state this time. If I like frick this up intentionally, right? You just. Oh my goodness. Okay. Screw this. I'm. You telling me this still can't make it, bruh? You just don't do anything. You just jump off of it like usual. Then here you might want to think, hey, I should throw Theo as high as possible here, so I have enough time to re-grab it. No, you actually want to throw him as low as possible, because then you'll hit battle and way quicker, and he'll have less time to like accelerate from gravity. Here, make sure you don't grab him too high, because for one, you just might not get the enough dash attack frames to get through the block. But second of all, you might hit those spikes at the top there. But the main thing is that you'll be too high for this, and you can hit these spinners. Okay, because the main thing about this freaking thing is that if you buffer the down left from here into this block, you won't be able to do a hyper. It'll always be a super, since you can't demo after another demo. So, and that generally it's not that big of a problem, but like it can cause you to be too high. Very rarely you can save it by like letting go of left for a bit, then hitting left again, but it's very risky. This part, make sure you're quick here, otherwise, because there's still a relatively high risk of Theo getting crushed at the end. No, you can't save it by doing a billion corner jumps with the slowdown, because Theo will get crushed. I can't do this bit because my game is running at 3 FPS, but yeah, this room is extremely laggy with save states. Either way, and then we have don't flip. Having one of the, if not the hardest segment of the room as the, well, not segment, part of the room as the end is something, but go on. I died here twice, Zio died here 3 times. It's, yeah. There's so many micro adjustments you have to do to make this anywhere close to consistent. Like, you have to do that back boost well. You don't want to instantly throw Theo there, otherwise the red Theo there, otherwise you'll be too low. You want to wait a bit before throwing him, and then here, for one, the amount of nerves here is insane. Like this, I currently can't do it because it's laggy as hell, but it does become harder under nerves or something. I don't know. Again, that depends person to person. This is just actually screwing up the inputs and like doing like that or like whatever, throwing Theo the wrong way, or you know, flipping is the least of your worries here. But you need to get as high as possible, because if I don't optimize my regrabs and just do this, well, I actually fricked up a thing there. If I do it like really badly, that was the wrong Theo. Wow, nice lag spike. Right. Okay, well, just doing it like this is causing me to frick it up anyway. Oh, okay, I'll just do it normally and then pretend I did it bad. I don't know. Because you'll be here, you'll throw it, and it'll hit there, and it's savable? It's like, hold on, actually I don't know if this state is, because this state is like fricked. But like that'll happen, and it's like, so you have to. I just deleted my state. Nice. I have to do the freaking segment again. I'll see if I can show off like the super thing here. If I like do it really quick. Yeah, I did a demo there, but it supered. And if you're too high, like already there, I'm pretty darn high, pretty darn close to hitting those spinners. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? Be careful also if you're too slow, these will, while you're grabbing Theo, these will picking up Theo, these spikes will come up and kill you, which can happen, which is really close to happening in this state, but whatever. Yeah, you wanna, it's hard to explain like everything I've mentally gone through, like with just getting this as consistent as possible, but just optimize your regrabs, but not to the point that you'll miss, that there's like a 50% chance you'll miss them. Anyway, I will go over one save if the Hyperion Theo does do this. I'm gonna hope this state is possible to do it from the state, because it's like your odds of it being possible are really unlikely, or like just without doing like frame perfects. It's something like this. You have to swap Theos, since these don't actually require the specific Theos. They'll work with either of them. They're just where you're the intended. You have to throw them there, regrab this Theo, do an extremely precise Theo Vader, and then throw Theo, but not when you're at the top, because then he'll hit these blocks over here. So like somewhere in the middle, and then dash up and hope like hell you hit battle, and it's stupidly precise. Anyway, then there's the ending. I'm not there right now because I removed myself there for the ending of the video. I should probably fix that. Then there's the hard ultra. This is, thankfully I didn't die to this, but I can definitely see it happening under nerves. Thankfully, there's also like a billion ways to just not hard ultra there. I know, like you can instead like dash to the right. You can just I don't know what else you can do. I know Zeo does something different. You can like do that, I guess. You can just dash up into it. I actually don't know what, like, I know there's better ways to do it that are like less scary. Make sure you're not too low, because you're right, like this. Yeah, just like that, because you just need to get it down here for the teleport trigger. Don't try and stand in these spikes before you've been in the room. You will die. This will happen. The way I personally do it is I tap right a bit, then jump, then dash, and then do the hard ultra. I guess I'm doing it. I'm going less far to the right here, which is why I'm getting the fake hard ultra, whatever. Yeah, make sure you're, I know, because if you wait a bit, you'll be too low, and that'll happen. So you can't wait too long, which is hard under nerves, which is what makes this so difficult, because you also have to not make sure to not go too far right, otherwise this will happen. So that I just, like, almost every session I had, I always died to this, like, the first time I got there, then beat it every other time. You scream as loud as I did if you want. There maybe my throat hurt for like a day or two afterwards, but whatever. Yeah, just practice the hard ultra. It's yeah, and then is there anything else? Is there anything else I want to go through here? Because this entire bit is like pretty darn consistent. Ignore the freaking vivid stasis cast in the bottom right of my screen. Playing video games. I think that's it. It's just Angza. What stats? What do I have here? I don't know. Is it worth going through Angzar? It's just so fricked. One of the things about Angzar is that like because it's so unfinished and stuff. There's a bajillion strats you can do. I guess I'll just go through what I did here. Like I let go of fast for like a bit before held left. You can also hold right there and instead get the bumper boost but not the puzzle boost. I think it's like slightly worse. I don't know. Again, that Angzar is there's just so many different things you can do. I guess I'll just most of these strats don't really need an exclamation. Like for the sync part of the sync, just follow the movement I do, I guess. Like, oh boy, here I do the funny thing where if you move in the same direction as a spike, it won't kill you. I guess it's like here, this wall just straight up doesn't get down in time. You'll be fine. Like here, make sure to climb up since it gives you a better trajectory. There, just make sure you don't accidentally hit it with only you or with only Theo, otherwise you will die. This part, make sure to throw Theo as late as possible here, otherwise this bumper will slap you into these spinners. Should close Discord again. Here I like hit grab like instantly again and it seems to work. Here you can also do like a Theovator at the end of like brilliance again, it's like that. Again, it's up to you. Here I do a double dream jump. Here I climb to the top, then just do a regular. You can like completely frick up this Theovator and still be fine generally. And then I'm not going through balls. Anyway, that should be all my strats. Now for like my actual thoughts. Oh boy. First of all, the map's lore, it's cool as hell. I don't know how to like even explain what type it is. Like half ARG, but like it's already there's no puzzles. It's just like semi interacts with the real world, with NCG taking a bajillion hours on Samba, and then like yeah, the intro is pretty cool. You have edgy Theo. We have edgy NCG. I don't know. Again, I don't know how to like put it into words. These core hypers are definitely something. I was so scared that they put one at the end of multi-ball, but it was thankfully not as much of a problem. I'm starting to get a new toxic trait that I actually kind of like the freaking Geometry Dash Extreme Demon type freaking vibe of Reckoning, or just some shield. Yeah, right. Though I do really like the chapter 6 stuff in the background. That I think that really adds to it. Yeah, I made my skin mod like halfway through. I mean, it still isn't done, but like yeah. I feel like Ad Astra being its own segment is kind of weird. Apollyon is like way more unbalanced. It's like Reckoning Squared is so unbalanced, like kind of really unbalanced, which kind of sucks because it's such a good room. But like Apollyon is something. Dude, I freaking hybrid Zero Death it before actually beating it, which was something. What else is there? Yeah, I feel like Ad Astra maybe could have like been like not being a different segment because it's like is it 2 segments, 3 segments, 2.5 segments? Because there's 2 Theo indicators. Like, no, that's the freaking detail of the GG changing to good luck is really cool. This entire cutscene is just awesome. I love how freaking NZ's got Lon open. Yeah, right, I'm not going crazy. You can see the Golden Theo being lowered in right here. I swear I was trying to find this before. You can see it do that. You can see, like, the amount of detail. Like, you can see the shield crystal has, like, got a line through it because you've already used it. And, like, Golden Crystal... This is probably some NCG lore stuff. I'm still... Who knew trying to understand Vivid Stasis lore is actually having a real-life application. But, yeah... This entire segment is awesome. The reaction of it going from 2 segments to 5 seconds segments is awesome. Just this entire the freaking multi-ball sign does not get enough appreciation. This sign is awesome. Like, it's just this entire section. Of course. I then spent like 1.5 days on that animation. You better freaking like it. Alright, having the Theo change every segment is awesome. I like I love how the color scheme is literally just a lesbian flag. Okay, but in all seriousness, it's really nice to like not have it just be red. And like, fun fact, I hadn't played Sunbird First Checkpoint in so long. I actually thought this was just the Sunbird First Checkpoint color scheme back, but no, it is definitely not. But I still felt like something was off. When I first saw new multi-ball, it looks cool, but I just felt like it looked kind of like jank compared to Reckoning Squared, because I remember when I was like actually going for Reckoning Squared, I'm like, I'll play multi-ball if it's as fun as, if like each of the segments are as fun as Reckoning Squared, but they kind of look like they're not, so maybe, I don't know. And then I got there and I found out that no, Reckoning Squared is the worst room. This is, the amount of effort and polish put into this room is insane. It's my ignoring anything from Shadowslong for obvious reasons. This is now easily my favorite room in all of Celeste now, despite all the problems it's caused me and how thankful I am that I'm done with it finally. I'm so happy. It's hard to articulate how amazing this room is. So, what even do we have? Again, having multiple Theos is just insane. I can't even imagine how hard it must have been to just make the gameplay for this and have it be so darn good. Cause, like, like, especially, I remember when I was first freaking starting the room, doing this section with, like, the dream block was, like, the coolest crap ever, and it, like, still is. Cause it feels hard, it's still really hard, cause you're still having to do 2 Theos, but it feels like, it doesn't feel like you're just spamming buttons. You, like, learn what to do, and you feel like you're actually controlling them, and you're, like, and, like, the fact that you throw a Theo there because you know it's gonna come back to you, and it does, like a boomerang, that's just awesome. the fact that it seems like you almost control the level yourself because Theo always comes back to you when you need him and stuff. Like here where it's like, oh no, I left Theo behind. Psych, he's coming back. Yeah, I was like, right, I feel like I don't see this room in the same way that other people do see it now, which is kind of obvious, I guess, but it's like, I mean, like, visually see it. Like, other people see this crazy Theo gameplay. I see, like, the Theo gameplay first, but, like, I also see, like, the inputs, the freaking... I'm like, oh, yeah, that's like a 2F right there, like... It's like it's hard for me to like look at it without thinking about the gameplay, which can be kind of annoying and something. Sometimes I just kind of want to enjoy how awesome the room looks, but I can't really do that anymore since it's like there's just something about watching an insane room being played that you just know nothing about how it works. But now I know like the ins and I played through this. I was going to sleep one night and I completely played the entire map in my head. I remember I have every single input memorized, the entire structure and everything memorized. This happens after you play it for 140 hours. The whole reason this video exists is because I have 180 hours worth of just random knowledge, facts and stuff about this map, and I just need to get them out. Like, holy crap. The references? The, like, references everywhere? Like, there's so many references to other stages. Like what do we got? We got, I guess the start of Radiance could be seen as a Symbiosis reference, since the two pursuit bumpers. And then you've, of course, got Recoil, the horrors. Then you've, of course, got this massive instability, and also... Wait, no, not Mural Skies, since instability is already a Mural Skies reference. Then, of course, the train section. I remember when Comet was first going through this, like, why are we in train? This is so cool. Like, I didn't like it as much when I first saw the room, because it was, like, I found it kind of messy, but, like, I absolutely love the almost, like, warehouse feel of this room, because it's so big, but it still feels like a single room, because I feel like that's a problem other, like, multi-segment rooms have, is that, like, you just feel like you're getting teleported to another place that just happens to have, like, a section that looks like it could connect to the other one. But especially with the fact that there's no teleport triggers in Radiance and Vibrance, you just feel like you're in this absolutely massive room that you're just working your way through. And, like, the fact that you can leave, you have to leave Theo here to come get back later after a room transition is so cool. But, like, and then, so yeah, this just makes it, like, that's the best word I have to describe it, like, this warehouse feel. And then the freaking, like, the fact that part of Vibrance is in Radiance is sick. And of course you have Brilliance, where you feel like you're, like, escaping it, like you've just pulled off some, like, massive sabotage or something, and now you're getting out where all alarm bells are ringing, and then, like, as you get further up, you got these lines becoming different, a bit red now. The oil rising, and then... in a bit, you've got lava. Oh boy, yep. Here we've got a. So yeah, this entire section is a Solar Train reference. Then we've got a reference to a vanilla core room. Apparently this section came about because someone was trying to do core with Theo really wrong, and they're like, hey, that actually isn't that bad of an idea for a map. What's funny is that this room is the room that this is based off of is also extremely not special, but like funny to me, because I don't know how this happened, but when I first started playing Celeste, my grab key and my jump key were the same. And I got like halfway through Farewell before like I found out, wait, that's not right, because I was trying to do a neutral jump, but neutrals are impossible. I don't know how it worked, but when I got to this room in core, because core blocks were like 2 frames or something, because I had to let go of jump and immediately hit it. I couldn't figure out how people jumped off core blocks so easily. I did some really wacky stuff where I like climbed the wall over here, which is now lava. But yeah. And, I mean, that's also just a testament to how good Celeste is, that you can massively just screw up the game like that, and it's still fun as hell. But yeah, so that is one thing. And, like, just this in general is sick. Then we have the, I'm pretty sure it's an 8 octillion lava neutrals reference, which is something. Then this, which I'm pretty sure is a GMHS reference, unless I'm being dumb. Yet, and then it gets more and more red till you break out of the warehouse, or wherever you are, into, like, space or whatever. You have a whole ass battle and transition cutscene, yet it's still in the same room. This is still one room, even though you're in the white hole out of control now. You have a whole, and you can even go to a separate room, and you've got references to Nalumbo and Ivory, the other 2 cracked reds. Like, just, oh my goodness. I don't, like, Hyperion is another thing I can't really explain in words. But, like, you have a bit of, like, the Samba stuff here. It's like there's parts of it floating in space, but, like, a lot of it is just the regular solar tile set. I'm pretty sure it's just tile set, use of solar, but there's, like, a bit here. With this massive black hole, red hole, whatever you want to call it. And you have this. I don't think this needs any explanation. And then this also, the fact that you've got the white hole end screen here, GG, a stupidly difficult hard ultra, T9 and Blood Theo, I'm pretty sure that is, watching you, and now me, Zeo, and whoever else clears this will also be there for you. And then my reaction speaks for itself. I myself referenced like 20 things in this reaction. Only 1% of people will be able to figure out what this one will. Number 4 will blow your mind. I don't know. And then all the previous Theos. And then you're back to the regular world. I swear you could probably tie in the elevator like Ultra Kill Lore or something. And yeah, the final cutscene, which is mostly for Zeo, but it was still something experiencing that after, because I had seen it before when I first checked out the map, but I like only remembered like one line, the part about like this not really being about revenge anymore. That's like all I remembered. Yeah. Just like the refreshingness of finally seeing a calm forest style ground after being first in, you know, edgy red level, then this insanity into this, I don't even know how to, other words to explain it. Like, it's just a whole journey you go on. Because what, you start off at the point with the elevator and whatever the frick TNT is cooking to the left. Huge sign. Like, you can feel that you're like deep underground or in space here in multi-ball, and you can feel the like giant, you can feel how much lower this is or how much higher the surface is. Like, when you think of, if you're at the surface and you think of the multi-ball, you can actually, this feels like a bajillion feet underground. or wherever, it feels so far away. There's like just such a sense of massiveness and actual geometry and existence and positioning and stuff, and yeah, that is amazing. The atmosphere of this room is insane for something that started from pinball machine, hee, and then of course, you know, the train, the train, funny train space of the crystal. And Angzar, not too much to say about it. Like, the room names we came up with banger, okay, how we came up with the room names was, it was like, I was like, nah, washing machine is free. I've been cooking on the washing machine with these rats, and they're like, you're supposed to cook on a stove, not a washing machine. And I'm like, wait, that's a good name for a segment. And then we were trying to think, like, what other things could we name? And I went to my kitchen, I'm like, wait, the toaster. We could do that for the first one. They're like, really? And I'm like, yeah, because you get the two things to pop up like bread. And then we got the sink because of the water. And then it's also got like the tubing and like the faucet. That's not actually what it's called, but it's got the pipe goes like that, whatever. Also shows it. Then the washing machine for obvious reasons, and then we named this the stove because like all being like the knobs and dials and stuff. And they're silly names for a silly room. Again, I also just love how, because Angzar's so not DC's, not polished, there's so many strats you can find. Like, here you can actually like jump on top of this, like there's like a billion ways to do that. You can stall for like a billion years. There's like 1,000 ways to do this. There's 1,000 ways to do the washing machine. You can like do this bit a bit different. You can do a thing here if you want or not. There's probably different ways to get up here. I don't know if what I did is the only one. Of course, the bird being replaced with this T9 is pretty cool. I wonder if that has any lore implications, because it's like, well, the T9 is like, aren't they the one like trying to add it? No, they were just helping NCG. Whatever. The Golden Room speaks for itself. What else do I want to say? Maybe going for first Victor, or just going for it when it was uncleared might have been a mistake. My mental health was struggling, but the fact that I could still get through the amount of BS I was being put through, playing 9 hours a day at some point, and still absolutely love the stage is just something. Like, this stage unironically helped me get through some tough times with college and stuff, because like, instead of being depressed and lying in bed, I was like, no, I want to play multi-ball instead of being depressed, and that actually helped. And like, even though I'm not really even though I wasn't the first clearer, that was off by 50 minutes, I'm still so happy that I did it. I'm so happy that it's done. It's something I'm actually proud of in this game. I don't think there hasn't really been any other clears in this game I've been proud of. I would have been proud of GMHS if Eclipses into the freaking golden 16 hours after. No hate to them, it wasn't their fault, but it would have been cool if I got this on New Year's Day, since that would have been 1 year since my GMHS clear, 1 year since Eclipse got GMHS golden, and New Year's Day, but it just, that was the start of the decline, and I broke down, and I took a break, and I came back, and I freaking got it. I actually, like, have been having so much fun streaming. I had, except for, like, last day or two, streaming this was so fun, seeing people actually interested in something I was doing, and especially the video doing so well, and all the support I've been getting. So nice. Yeah, what else do I need to say? I don't know, the NCG symbol is cool. I don't know what else, like, again, I think the amount of time spent on this is definitely my limit. The only reason I was no, it's way past my limit. It's just because this stage is so good, I could easily break that. I was prepared to spend another, like, 200 hours on this screen or something. I might go for golden someday. It means I get to play multi-ball more, which would be awesome, but not now. I don't have... I'm gonna take a break from, like, hard stuff for, like, a decent bit now. How long is a decent bit? A week? A month? I don't know. I'm probably gonna... The second this comes out, I'm probably gonna end up doing freaking something dumb. Shadow Song FC doesn't count because that's a standard for me, for reasons. I'm absolutely addicted to high-level Theo gameplay now. This stage just shows how Theo can be done well. Because with how much lower-level Theo gameplay generally sucks, yeah. Because I'm now full believer in that the higher up in difficulty you go, the better Theo gameplay it gets. It's just, and in just like intermediate and beginner and stuff, it's just kind of because instead of moving slow with Theo, you move faster with him because of Goltras and instant regrabs and stuff, and you also have way more control. Like Samba feels more consistent than Pumba a decent amount of time. I was about to say, wait, no, isn't really Pumba like really consistent? That one time I was practicing for silver, then I just remembered that was a freaking dream I had. So one way to remember it. NCG cooked. Please cook again, or don't burn yourself out or anything, but like, holy crap, I cannot give him, and of course everyone else who helped, enough thanks for whatever the frick this is. And it took me like, I think over like 40 days or something ever since I started, probably more, I'm pretty sure, like 50 or something, because I started this, so I'm like, hey, I might actually be able to go for the new hardest since like nobody knows this exists. Then the day after I beat Reckoning Sweat, Zero beat it, and I'm like, Gah! And then it got revealed and blah blah blah, but then nobody went for it. Some guy almost got it, but then didn't. And then like, yeah, dying to don't flip twice generally is something that wasn't in the moment, it wasn't that bad, but like afterwards, like it got worse and worse. It's sort of like when you clear something, you're like, yes, I did it, and then it doesn't really hit it until later. You go like, wait, I actually did do that, and it's sort of like that. It's like, oh, I died to don't flip, it's fine, I'll be back there in no time, and then I wasn't back there in no time, and I was thinking how close it could have been, and how close I was to first victor, blah blah blah. Of course, Zio made the entire experience like way better. Being able to complain about inputs and share strategies was amazing. I'm so glad we got the clear as Caleb22 said, multiple clears, multiple balls. It just makes sense. Anything else I have to say? I'm not exactly sure. I'm also extremely thankful I got added to the end. That is such a cool thing, and I'm so happy that actually did happen. I was scared to ask for it, but yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. I feel like I normally have more to say here, but now it's just sort of me trying to dump my thoughts and failing. Maybe if I remember some extra stuff, I'll put it in the description anyway. But yeah, thanks for watching whatever the frick this was, and if you are going through it, good luck. Again, I'm just gonna dump anything I forgot in the description probably. Yeah, cool. Bye.